it is one of those wrestles where I think probably many of our listeners are like, I want to give into that, but I don't know how to. Is it just a check, or is it can I come and serve? And I think recently I've gone through my own sort of bit of a discovery, really, of recognizing how much pain people have gone through, and some they've just not known how to come out of that, and so they stay in that place of just deep pain, trauma, trial. And I've historically gone, that person's just got a lot of drama in their life.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because from the earliest memories they've ever had, that was what life was. It was very painful, traumatic,
Sure.
and a lot of trial. And they just learned to become survivors, lurching from one thing to the next, but no one's actually taught them how to, like you say, taking heads of households and teaching them, training them, mentoring them, bring them and helping them to become, having the tools and resources to lead well, to serve well, to love well, to work well, to ideate and dream.
Yeah.
Permission to dream.
Yeah. Wow.
What about that?
Yeah.
What about giving people permission to dream? And it sounds like that's what you're doing. Giving, like you said right at the beginning, to be able to sit with that that single mom whose daughter has just commit suicide or attempted to commit suicide. The pain and trauma of that. Like,
it's life-changing.
How do you help somebody through that, to give them hope again?
Yeah, I think one thing that when I hear you say that is that, as a leader, is constantly being reminded that the power that there is in losing control, and pain often is a way to help us understand that.
Yeah.
Because when I try to control it, define it, put a metric to it, there's some things that are hard, or that just doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Right. And when I'm willing to yield control, and go on the journey, incredible things can happen. Sometimes being with that mom, for example, or in that journey, like I can't control the pain. I can't bottle it, right?
Yeah.
But I can be present and be with that person. And in that community, in that moment, those are moments of truth. Really powerful things can happen that are life-changing, both for the individual that's going through that season, and also you who are there in that journey, in yourself. And it's just hard to create that, but it's life creates those moments of truth.
Yes.
And being on the journey enough to not miss them when they happen.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like deep compassion.
Exactly.
Having compassion for people in their pain, in their loss, in their challenge and trial, and be willing to sit there and go there.
Absolutely.
To you understand it enough.
Absolutely.
Understand it enough on it. I think it's hitting me as the understanding enough on an individual level. It's a person.
Yeah.
Who's gone through pain and trial, and saying, I will walk you through this. I'll walk you out of this. I'll walk you and show you where to step.
Yeah.
And we're going to come through it with you.
Yeah. And I think when you walk into that room with someone, just like any journey of an entrepreneur, where you're out of your comfort zone, out of your element, those are where life, world-changing ideas come from. Like you get out of your lane, you bring your knowledge and you apply it to a different industry or something. In the journey of pain, coming into a room, being in that moment, you begin to see the root of the problems. And that's where like transformational ideas of the entrepreneur get ignited.
Yes.
And some people, I imagine, never experience that because they never give themselves permission to go into that room, to be uncomfortable, to find that person that's half across the city that they would never run into unless they made the time to be present.
Yeah.
And so I think for those that feel powerless to say, man, I'll watch the news, turn on 10 o'clock and watch the news. What can I do? I think just take that first step, right? Find a consistency to be present, walk in that journey, and then ideas will come to you as you're in it.
Wow.